I don't know why it's so dark, but hell, fuck it.
Yeah, it should be live now. Let me send y'all the YouTube link.
For sure. More depth. So it's
Jimmy Butler. Yeah, we lit.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Back again with this. Should we start with Knicks stuff or just go straight into the other stuff?
Like, we can start with the Knicks.
Yeah,
We always gotta start with the Knicks. It's like that's
Yeah.
you gotta start with the Knicks.
Right. They're struggling now. I mean, to be expected, but
Yeah.
that last game against Orlando
Horrible, son.
was with like what was it? No Aaron Gordon.
Mm-hmm.
Who else didn't play? Somebody else who's actually
Nobody else that
decent.
matters really because Atlanta's
Yeah,
not good. So there's really no
yeah. That's
excuse
the
to be
whole.
going out like
I think
that.
they were like the worst offensive team in the league coming into
Yeah.
that game.
So
They beat Terrence Ross was looking like Ray Allen out there.
prime Kobe,
Vucevic
son.
always kills them. But
Yeah.
that was just like even for good teams, games like that are gonna happen. But I mean, that was just like bad considering the circumstances. That's probably like you're not expecting the Knicks to win many games, and that's probably when you look at like, okay,
That
that's
should be a win. Yeah.
yeah,
Like
yeah, right. And
you're
then
supposed
like
to beat the bad teams.
you were like down 20 in the first quarter, and it was like at home. And I get it, it's like a second of a back to back. It seems like
But
all
still,
NBA
like
teams are trash on the second of a back to back. But when you're like already trash, you can't really use that second of a back to back type
yeah, and
excuse.
I don't like that back to back joint either. Anyway, but like, cause like yo, the Knicks, all them guys are 25 years old. Like,
Yeah,
come on,
yeah. Like,
son. There's no
what's the
excuse.
issue here?
What's
Yeah,
yeah, like you're supposed to be playing like three games, 3 nights, kind of stuff like that. So like, I don't
yeah.
really
They're
buy that
super young.
back to back joint. You're not a championship team. You haven't been in the playoffs in years. So you're well rested. Like you
Well
have more
rested.
than enough time. Like yo, these
Well,
like,
and they're so young. Like that's the thing too. Like the team is mad young.
yo, this is like 23 years old, son. Like nah, man. I'm
It's
not
one
buying that.
thing to get beat, but they were down 20 like in the first quarter. Like that's a
Yeah,
complete.
they just
The
came
league
out
wasn't
flat.
even about it today,
They didn't
and
even
they
try
were.
to be competitive. So like, it is what it is. You kind of expect those to happen. Like it's
Yeah, I'm not.
the learning curve
Yeah, I'm not
is
stressed about. Didn't isn't
No, it's
Lance
not.
even isn't Lance Thomas missing some games? Like he missing some weeks. I seen like
good. He
Yeah,
stinks. So.
he had some knee surgery or
right,
something.
right, right. That's what it was. That's what it was.
I mean, is that like addition by subtraction? I don't know.
I
It
don't know.
is.
I mean, him being out, like, because Knox is back, it definitely allows Knox to play more.
Right.
And he had some. Granted, it was a blowout. He had some moments in that game. Mitchell Robinson had like 9 blocks, which was ridiculous.
Yeah, because everybody's driving to the paint because niggas can't play defense on the perimeter.
Well, and the issue with him, like, I feel like, because right now, and when they have him in lineups like these clunky lineups where it's him and Cantor, like the spacing's just not good. So like, eventually, when they could put him in lineups where there's more spacing, like right now, if you're playing him and Vonleh, and then Frank is out there, you kind of got like 2 non-shooters. So like, I don't think he's eating on the pick and roll as much as he
You
ultimately
should.
will be.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when you get some better space in there, because he's already caught some ridiculous lobs, but some of the blocks, it's like the shots that he's blocking, it's like ridiculous. He has his upside is crazy. I
Yeah, I'm
don't know where
excited.
he's
I'm
gonna
excited
be.
for him more
Yeah,
than almost more than anybody else, even a little bit more than
right.
Knox. Because
Yeah,
there's really no expectations for Mitchell Robinson or whatever. It's just like you can come in and play. Knox,
Yeah.
they're kind of like touting him as like the next guy. It's like it's not really fair to him. You know what I mean? Like,
He's
he's
he's also kind of like in an ideal situation in that, like, with the emergence of Trier too,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like this he is the lottery pick, but it's not, the focus isn't like, especially because he was hurt too and Trier been doing his thing while he's out.
Mm-hmm.
But a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people are like looking at Trier
All
like
right, well, it's
he's killing. Knox just has to, take his time, figure it
just be
out.
decent, bro. Yeah, just be decent. Take your time, figure it out. One game at a time. Like, don't do too much. No hero basketball bullshit. No, don't nobody want to see that from Knox at this point.
Right.
That's
So,
fair.
they're all in a pretty decent place. The Knicks are going to be terrible regardless, but there's
Right.
opportunity for growth, and that's really all you can ask for this team. Like,
I just want
like
them
front
to,
rows.
play hard for the most part. The whole, like, they clearly play for Fizdale, but you're gonna have nights like that Orlando night. Everybody ain't gonna play hard every night. It's the NBA,
Mm.
that happens. But I just want them to play hard for the most part and secure a bottom three record.
Yep,
Now that the
big,
lottery
big,
is,
big facts, and that's really that's the successful season. Like,
yeah,
I'll be happy with that. Like, sign me
and
up.
get
We the,
one of those Duke guys.
we the type of team though, and with our luck, we'd have a bottom three record, and then we'd get like the sixth pick in the draft.
Yeah, that's the Knicks though. You know what I mean? Like, I just need Adam Silver to start heating them envelopes like he did for Patrick Ewing, like the third team did for Patrick Ewing, and then we good.
Seriously, what? Bring the good old days back.
Bring the
Start
good old
cooking
days
the
back, man.
draft.
It's the prime time NBA, golden age, golden era NBA, bro. Like,
Thanks.
dig
Right.
it.
The Knicks are good. The Celtics are good. The Lakers are good. The Sixers are good.
Word. Right now, we the only team left, bro. Of all like the classic teams, we're the
Well,
last team left. That's
and,
terrible.
and the Lakers.
Yeah.
Now the Lakers have LeBron, so you can't really, you can never cut them out. Like,
They just almost lost to Atlanta. I'm not jacking no because the Lakers are back.
Son,
Not make the playoffs.
they, they should have lost to Atlanta, honestly.
yeah.
I'm really interested to hear, or like I'm really dumbfounded at the perspective of like who really thought the Lakers are just gonna come in, you add LeBron, and they're gonna be a top three team. Like, do you know how many teams they're far behind already?
Yeah, they fell far behind. They lost like their first 4 games, and
Right.
now you fighting back. It's not gonna work that way. I still think they'll be
And
good. They're gonna go on like a run in like February,
They will.
and then they'll be fine. They'll finish out fine. They might get a favorable matchup in the first round in the playoffs, and then who knows? But
that's
they're
why,
ass.
like, when I think I saw somebody quoting LeBron saying like something about frustration about them losing. I'm like, I mean, LeBron's not a dumb guy. Like,
Mm-hmm.
what was really to be expected, especially like out of the gate? Like, what the Western Conference is. You know the talent you have there. Was he really expecting like
I hope not.
to just be some
If it thought it was an easy
fantastic
conference
team
again,
straight out the
man,
gate or something?
that shit was gonna be sweet.
I
It's
think
not, bro.
I think he thought it was gonna be a little easier than what,
Why?
because he believes he's LeBron James, and he is, and then like all the hype that surrounds, all the hype that comes with it. So like he in some degree buys into his own I'm the greatest, I make team better, stuff like that. He knows he buys into it. So
Well,
No, he
yeah,
does.
but
I think he believed we're gonna come to Lake, and I had a feeling. I don't think he knew they were gonna start 0 and 4-5, whatever they started. But
Something like that, or 1-6 or whatever terrible record it was, some shit like that.
But I don't think he thought that they were gonna like come out the gate running. But I don't think he thought they were gonna be as bad as they were the first 5 games. You know what I mean? Damn near they were winning. So I don't know.
But I mean, it's like a whole new roster. Things take time. Even good teams, it takes time to figure it out. Like even when he, like when he first went to Miami, they didn't just come out the gate
Right.
killing everybody. So he, of all people, you would think knows that. I probably he's not serious. Sometimes these guys, they play the little games. They throw feelers out to the media to kind of, I don't know, or motivate the players on the team. All these little games they play. I don't know if he really was like confused as to why they were struggling. They play their little mind games.
I hope not, because he was the reason why they were struggling. That nigga is ass.
And he's not gonna guard. He's not gonna guard for the regular season.
He's not, and he hasn't played a bit of defense all year long. I don't want to hear shit about. I don't know why we're struggling. Yeah, look in the mirror, brother. Like, who else is the reason, son?
Bro, they played defense since he went back to Cleveland, bro.
No, honestly, so like, and niggas be gassing it. I'm like, yo, it's not like that's not a lie, bro. That's a fact, bro. Like, but
when I saw him being the turnstile he was when they played Boston, I was like, this is our king. Like,
is this your king?
He's running back door, front door, side door. It's like, what is this? And LeBron just standing around.
He's standing there, so he's standing there, like looking at the ball, like he's ball watching, bro. Like, come on, son.
Come on, man.
Like, that's your man. Come on, man.
Right. It's not just like that's your man, like that's your teammate. That's your man you guarded, bro.
That's your man you guarded, son. Like,
that's your man you guarded, like.
1 through 5, though.
Right.
1 through 5. Facts.
So this whole Golden State thing, Draymond has been suspended. I'd love to know if there was more that went on, because from all I've seen is they just got in an argument on the court because Draymond was wilding. Yes, he was. Like that last possession got me tight. KD
he's right there. So
why did he even get cross half court with the ball? Like, what are you gonna do with the ball?
What are you gonna do with it? So what was he thinking? Like, what?
He's gonna pull up, bro.
He was trying to find Clay, but I'm like, up until that point, KD hit like his 3 of the last 4 shots or whatever. Like he was on, bro. Like him and Clay fought back into the game, and then Dre catches the rebound. He's like, I bet I got this, and then it's like,
Tragic
you're not the
Johnson.
hero. Yo, Tragic Johnson, you're not the hero, bro.
Like, I don't know what like you said, he was trying to find Clay, I guess. But if KD's right there,
KD's right there, like you have another Clay. Like if Clay was the only person on the team, I get it. Like, but you got mad nice niggas on your team.
Right.
Your man is right there. Like you talking about
right there. He's
top
right
2
there.
player in the NBA.
Like, yo,
clapping for the ball, bro. First of all, Draymond fought for the rebound. I don't know if y'all saw that. Like the ball, it was a 50-50 ball. Draymond came out of nowhere and yanked it. I'm like, okay, all right, you want the stats? It's cool. Give it up now.
He's trying to secure that defensive player of the year. So he is stat padding like he 100% is, and he said it straight up. Because I think he gets he will get a lot more money if he wins defensive.
Yeah, there's like a bonus that he gets
in his contract.
Like something like that. I'm like, brother, relax. Yank the rebound because it was a 50-50 ball. Like, so any one of them could have left it and it would have been fine. But Draymond fought for it. KD was like, all right, you got it. Now hit me in stride. You know what I mean? Throw the ball up ahead so I can run up to it, catch it, one dribble, jump it. This nigga Draymond looked him off. And then dribbled 90 feet and turned it over. And then they lost the game. So if you win the game, it's like, all right, cool. Like, it's no problem.
They didn't even get a shot off, though.
He didn't get a shot, huh?
He lost
all that.
He lost.
He lost. After all that, you can understand why that would incite an argument. Okay.
Oh, absolutely. I'll let you know about
it. And all right, that's basketball. I'm just trying to understand why Draymond got suspended on top of all of that. That's the funnier part. It was like, nah, you can't be wild on KD. Like,
not even, son. If I was playing ball with Ro and he did that to me, I would have like, Ro, you got this. Even if we didn't argue, I'd like, Ro, you suspended for doing that.
Right.
If I'm at 30 points and I don't get the ball, like, you're suspended. I don't care what happens, bro. You're wilding. You're wilding, son. Like,
It's like if I did that, I deserve it. Like
you deserve it, son. You deserve it.
I deserve
It's just a funny suspension. Like
It's like, yeah, you're not
it
playing tonight,
literally
bro.
just comes off as like you ruffle KD's feathers, like
Yep.
you upset KD, so you're suspended. Like that's what's funny about it. And I know he's mad salty, like, because I mean, theoretically, like Draymond is what, like he's more, a
He's
warrior
more
than
Warriors,
KD,
than
like
KD is, yeah.
So it's just
He's
like
a hometown kid at this point.
none of that matters here, pal.
It's like, nah, bruh. Nah, we talking about the best player in the league, possibly. So you gonna sit down.
I know
We gonna
he's
let him cook
mad.
tonight. He's
And then
tight. He's probably tight.
And then I see he's suspended without pay. Like, damn.
Without paying, I haven't paying him, son. Like,
Y'all taking it too far. Like, it was just the Clippers, me. Like, it was just the Clippers. Not the best record in the league. Like, it was really good.
and they not having that, bro. Steve Kerr is not having that. He said, "No, we're trying to keep KD next year. You could go, Draymond. They don't care about Draymond at this point. He can go.
You can go. You can leave. We'll give Boogie your money. Like,
We'll
we'll give Boogie your money.
I know he's sick. I'm just hoping for his sake that like more went on where he wilded out behind the scenes or something, because I feel bad for him if he just got suspended just for that.
Right.
There was this Mark Stein report or whatever. KD kept on calling, not KD, Draymond kept on calling KD a bitch. And I'm like, that's regular. Like, me and Roy's called you the bitch all the time. So I wouldn't
agreeing. That's agreeing.
But like, I don't know, man. I think everything, like all that coupled with him bugging out and then free agency coming up, and Draymond also asked him about free agency as well. He's like, yo, what are you gonna do with free agency? Like, he kind of brought that up. It's like, why are you talking about that now, bro? Like, you messed up. Like, yo, my bad, bro. I should have gave it to you. And it would have been over, son. This would have been a non-issue, non-story. Warriors played the Hawks tonight, win by 37, and then that's it, son. Like,
right.
But Draymond is not the type of nigga that's gonna apologize. And so it was like, all right, well, if you're not gonna apologize, you're gonna sit. Like, we don't need you for the Hawks.
Right.
They can win by 27 for the 37 now because Draymond not playing. Like, so
Draymond the type to demand an apology for what he did. Like,
it's like, bro, come on now. Come on, son.
I'm a warrior. Get him with the bangs. I'm a warrior. Apologize. Y'all seen what happened to Karis LeVert?
Yeah, he good though. He good. He gonna be back this year.
That's the craziest part. It was just a dislocation.
Dislocation. It looked much worse, bro.
Oh my god.
It looked horrible, son.
Oh.
I saw the video one time and I was like, oh, never again, bro. I turned it off and I was like, I'm good. Good, man. As he came down went for a block, and he just came down on it like all his weight.
My god, son. That joint was turned. And I hate that, like, it's like, okay, you hear this person got a bat. I feel like I have to see it at least once. I'm like, yo, why do I want to see it?
Like, yeah.
Then I'm like, oh, why did I watch that?
Yeah, but he good though.
That's the crazy part, that he could come back.
I think they're gonna leave the option to him to play again this year if he wants.
Yeah.
Because he started rehab already. He started rehab today. Like, they started quick.
They said it was just a dislocation, minimal ligament damage, I guess.
And then that's it. You could rehab today for like 2 months, I believe, and then you're back. You know, you can play if you want. So
he doesn't need surgery.
No. They just popped it back in because I think he traveled with the team and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, it's good, man. I'm happy that he's not gonna be hurt. He's not gonna be out for an extended period of time because he was one of the best stories in the league. Like, hooping.
Yeah, he's probably gonna be like most improved player.
Yeah, definitely.
Did Dinwiddie win it last year?
I think so.
That's
got a develop, man.
And they beat.
McCollum won it.
He did.
McCollum won it, I think.
I know Dinwiddie was like in the race for it.
He was in the race. Spencer Dinwiddie, he won the skills competition, I think.
Okay.
Oh, he won something. I know that. I think
look up who was most improved last year.
Let me see.
Look it up.
I don't think it was Spencer Dinwiddie.
I don't know. That be 2017. 17. Yeah.
Oh nah, that was a few years ago. Okay. So you right.
Oladipo wanted. That makes sense. Oladipo wanted. That makes sense. That makes
was
sense.
bugging last year.
Yeah. I didn't even think about him.
Yeah, I feel like people have been nice for so long, so I'll be forgetting that he got a lot better. So,
Right.
I feel like he was always a 20-point guy, but he wasn't.
Yeah, because he was
Right.
playing with that. He was playing with that triple double monkey.
Chill. We're not doing that today. Not doing that today. Not on Russ, man.
Bum ass nigga. Hate that
Russ.
nigga. What y'all think about that Jimmy Butler trade? I didn't think it was that bad of a trade at all, actually.
Okay, so like it's to me it's like okay, obviously Robert Covington and Dario Saric are not like bona fide scrubs or anything, but like for them to justify it in saying that they made that because they wanted players back because they're like in a win now situation, it's like I don't think that makes sense as your logic to doing it because you're not in a win now situation.
Right. Like they can make the playoffs, but they're not in like
and yeah, and that's where like granted, your coach, your president, and your GM should be like on the same page, but that's where like I feel like they shouldn't be the same person because there are going to be times where your GM or president have to make a situation that is probably not necessarily like in the best interest of the coach. Like you can't just make decisions based on trying to preserve the coach's job. You know what I mean? You got to make the best decisions for the franchise, period.
Right.
But Tibbs is in control of everything, so of course he's gonna make
everything. He's making all of this, and it never works out.
Yeah.
It can happen with a bunch of guys. It never works out. It's not smart, man. It's not smart.
Because at some point that you're gonna have a conflict of interest. Because you're trying to keep all your jobs while preserving one job, and you always gonna try and win games. Because if you lose games, then you're probably not gonna be coach no more.
Right.
And they, I mean, I don't know to person because I've got who has watched Dario Saric and Robert Covington a ton. Not me. I don't watch like a ton of Sixers games. I know they can play, but they're not.
They're not Jimmy Butler, bro.
I don't know. I don't think like the Sixers. I think they signed Covington like was that 1 or 2 years ago? I don't think they planned on giving him another contract. Saric maybe, but he hasn't been like lighting the world on fire. So I think that was like the perfect situation for them. They're good They're good role players, but you're getting back a good player in Jimmy, who you're probably gonna resign. So I think it made all the sense in the world for them.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's the best trade they could have done. And it's like I'm picking like Jared Bayless, like a bunch of scrubs.
Yeah, right.
No, I
didn't know Jared Bayless was still in the NBA at that point.
I was like, what? You could just throw in retired players and pack.
Yeah, like, I was like, word. Me and Kevin at the crib on Saturday. We was like, Jared Bayless. Nah.
He chose a random name. They just threw it in there, and Tibbs was like, all right, whatever. All
right, cool. I'll take it.
And Sebastian Telfair. Let's see if he notices it. Let's see if he notices.
It was a deal. You got to deal. That is a deal, buddy.
Sebastian Telfair was on the Breakfast Club. He look at his phone.
That's why he was in my mind. I just saw that interview. I was like, Bassy. Because let me tell you, I was just watching stuff on YouTube, and then like that came up next. So then I saw Sebastian. I had to make sure like this was a current interview. I'm like, why are they playing some interview from like 2011? I was like, wait, this is from like yesterday? Why are we interviewing Sebastian Telfair in 2018? What's going on? It was actually pretty good, but I was like, what? This guy's alive?
I saw that New Orleans was giving up Mirotic and a first-round pick for Butler, and maybe like a few other particulars. But I was like, yo, I would have liked to see New Orleans pull the trigger on that.
Yeah, that would have been dope. That would have been a lot of fun.
But I mean, it wasn't up to them though.
What you said?
But it was I'm sure they would have pulled the trigger on that.
I'm pretty sure Tibbs didn't want to trade Butler to a Western Conference.
I don't think Tim trade Butler. Period.
No, he of course, yeah, but especially
So
like I think once it came down to where he saw this can't continue, like he turned down like Houston the 4 first. That was like a real offer. Like he didn't do that. I think it was important for him not to trade him into the Western Conference. Why? I mean, I get it, but I also don't because I don't think.
Yeah, Minnesota's not going to contend anytime soon. So
yeah, you wanna build to contend within like Town's prime, but like it's not going to be right now.
Yes, I don't really get it unless he sees something in Covington that no one else sees. Because Philly fans like Covington. It's strangely enough they like that guy. He can play.
He's a good piece. He's a good piece. But with Minnesota, it's how you're gonna get the star, and a team like Minnesota, that's only gonna happen via the draft. So why would I not take the first rounders? Like nobody is signing it in Minnesota in free agency.
Yeah,
that's not happening.
So
I would be trying to collect, even if I don't end up using the 4 first, right? There's still assets to try and maneuver to get a really high first. And if it's 4 first and they're all Houston's, yeah, Houston may be good right now, but who knows? Those picks are going to be spread out somewhere down the line. It's probably going to be a high pick.
Right.
Even if I'm just taking them off of being assets alone, I'm thinking, how do I get a transcendent player to Minnesota? That's the only way. I don't care about Covington and Sarge. They're just pieces. I need a guy. Nobody is signing there in free agency. Nobody. When has Minnesota ever signed a big free agent? Never. It's not. Never in their history.
How big was Sam Cassell when he signed? Maybe him.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, and
that's the
part. When Spree was past it when he went there.
Yeah,
they went to the conference finals. KG.
No, I'm not saying you can't. Like, of course you could, but yeah, KG was drafted. You know what I mean? Like, you're only gonna get a guy via trade or the draft.
I'm just saying when they actually signed like good players, you saw the difference. Like they went. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's just tough. Like even when you look at like Giannis in Milwaukee, it's like you would hope that you could keep a guy like that in a small market like that, but it's a matter of how will you it's going to be hard to attract other guys there. You're going to have to try and get lucky in the draft. It's certain cities, that's just the reality. OKC is the one that has kind of like defied that, in that they had the core of KD and Russ, and then Russ bodied Paul George into staying. Like he basically like intimidated him into staying. I feel
kidnapped his family, son.
Like, because that made no sense. Paul George went from I'm definitely going to the Lakers to I guess I'll stay.
I'll stay here. Like, what did you do to this nigga, son? Like,
I'm telling you, Russ just seemed like the type. He just
kidnapped his family, took all Paul George's fishing gear, and was like, "Yo, what's it gonna be, my brother?"
Why is nobody talking in this chat? Where's O at? Need some player comparisons to laugh at.
Hey, did y'all see? I think the Celtics played. Was it the Suns like last week? The Thursday, something like that. Thursday. That Kyrie conversation I was talking y'all about. Yeah, Kyrie saw that it was down 10 in the fourth or some shit like that, and then this track, man. That's what I'm talking about, man. I was like, I'm gonna bring the shit up on Saturday, but then
that's Kyrie. That's we all know he's capable of the things that a Terry Rozier just is not, like, even at his best.
Tell ya Rozier's ass.
He's not ass. It's just
he's ass. Well,
he's not Kyrie.
He's not right. That's what it is. He's not Kyrie. So
he's not. He's ass.
My whole thing with him.
Somebody gonna max him up.
I was more thinking. I was speaking from Boston's point of view because we're talking about conflict of interest and da da da. I was saying like they're gonna try to be cheap and not sign Kyrie to a max deal, and they try to like accumulate or like spread the funds elsewhere. So they're gonna try to be cheap while winning now. So by the time they win, it's like by the time it's paying time, it's like I paid now, but we already won. You know what I mean?
No, I completely agree. I'm just saying that was a bad idea from the jump. That's just horrible.
Of course.
You're never gonna get that production from Terry Rozier and
Never.
Marcus Smart and whoever else they draft or whatever. 'Cause if you have a top 3 guy on your team at the position, you can't just let him go for okay. We might get that production from somebody else. Or you've seen Terry Rozier pick up last year. I think it was ass in game 6 or 7, whatever it was.
What was he? Did he like? Yeah, for like a bunch from 3.
He was garbage, bro, and he kept on taking them.
You just know that's a game where Kyrie shows up. Like
Kyrie
that's
shows
the
up.
kind of game that Kyrie lives for.
15 threes. Yeah, I'm just gonna start isoing cats on the perimeter, on the wing, and I'm gonna get layups. I'm gonna get mid-range jumpers. Rozier wasn't doing that. He was selling for threes. He was getting blocked at the rim by Brown. I'm like, yo, you're a scrub, son. Like, so I don't want to hear nothing about no Terry Rozier from Boston fans. He's ass.
Even if you want to be like, even if you are apprehensive about giving Kyrie the max, given his injury history, whatever, it's like if you want to win a championship, you have to you have to be try.
At that point,
you're not gonna win it without him or that type of player, and you have him there. So just
you have him ready. Yeah, like what are the alternatives? If you can get me a viable starter, let's say a guy in Kemba Walker's class, or something like that, like not as good as Kyrie, but still can take over basketball games and still has in his own right. But you can't show me that. I'm not going with Terry Rozier as my starting point guard. I just can't. And I don't know what Boston fans are thinking. Like, you're trading for this person, and it's like, nah, bro, you have him already. You have a guy like that people are gonna win with. Trade Gordon Hayward. He asked. Like, trade him. Trade Jaylen Brown.
What is his value going to be right now? Because he hasn't been playing well at all. Or Jaylen Brown, like
Jaylen Brown is ass, bro. Jaylen Brown is ass.
No, named the entire Boston Celtic roster ass who went to the conference final. What the fuck is wrong with this nigga?
He's ass. Jaylen Brown is ass, bro. Jaylen Brown is ass.
No, nigga, that ass, bro.
Jaylen Brown trained all summer with T-Mac. He came through with the All-Star game joint in 2006, and he stunk it up in game 1. I don't want to hear nothing about no Jaylen Brown, man. Niggas was all over me last year. Yo, Jaylen is nice. Every time he had a dunk, niggas would tag me in the tweet. Come on, y'all dead ass right now? No, he's ass, bro. Ain't nothing about Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown, nice. Chill out, nigga. Jaylen Brown. He's not the player that people were hyping him up to be, my nigga, but the nigga could play, just like Rozier. The nigga could play, nigga.
I'll take Jaylen over Rozier. Rozier's ass. Rozier's ass, bro.
I could concede that. I don't think like Rozier is he's the perfect point guard off your bench. Like you're not supposed to start. You're not supposed to start. Like, and if you start, it's supposed to be because Kyrie got hurt. Like
exactly. Don't pay him as a starter. He's gonna be a whole season, bro. He must be a whole season.
Is Jason Tatum ceiling like what? Because sometimes we jump the gun with like, oh, this guy's the greatest thing. He's good. Sometimes I'm apprehensive. It's like
he's young.
Yeah, we all jump the gun on Jason Tatum. He's young enough that he can still kind of make up that ground, but he hasn't been great this year either. After like a pretty good rookie year, and it wasn't even like production for him. It was all like optics. Like Jason Tatum's game looks very good, and he's very fluid and smooth with his movements. So we were like, oh, okay, he's the next Kobe. But it was like he averaged 14 a game, something like that. On like,
and and he might be averaging like maybe like about 15 now. I don't even remember.
Yeah,
because I thought Hayward coming back would take away from his offense, but it hasn't. Because Hayward just been ass.
He's ass. Yeah,
I'm just not sure what. Yeah, it's hard. I don't think the jury is out on exactly what Jason Tatum's ceiling is.
I don't know anymore.
I don't know what kind of point scorer he could really be at his apex.
I'm not even gonna put a number on it. Like, there's no what's the rush? Like, he don't gotta be. Like,
yeah, I know, but like once somebody like comes out and they show they could really play, it's like, oh, this guy is like, he's only 19. People get overhyped quickly,
very quickly.
No, yeah, I wouldn't rush it either. I totally feel on that. It's just
Celtics fans might though.
I don't know. What is this? what is the Celtic fan base really like? Like, because you know, like with Knicks fans, it's like we kind of like we go through we get this guy, and it's like, oh, we love him, and then he'll struggle, and it's like, oh, he's garbage. I don't know. I'm not inside Celtic fandom. I don't know what it's like. They're annoying.
Black women Celtics fans are like the number one Celtic fans. They don't play, bro.
They love the Celtics. Every black thing I know.
Right. Even the ones from New York. Like, why?
You're from the Bronx, shorty. Like, what are you doing? I'm like,
what is that about?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think they like Rondo for a minute. They thought Rondo was cute. Like that.
That's what it is. That's what it is. I've heard like women say that, like Rondo's so cute. Like that's why you were so.
They started watching ball in 2008. That's what happened.
Yeah, bro.
Right.
No, but I don't know. Celtics fans, it's hard to like gauge that because they haven't drafted a good player in a long time since like Paul Pierce. So there's really there's no track record to show. Like they haven't had really good players. They signed a bunch of guys, like that, trades like that. They finally drafted like a guy that can be a superstar. It take a long time, and I mean, and they're behind him like that. But like, I haven't seen what else they can do yet. You know, what I mean, they had Paul Pierce for 20 years, and they were loyal to him. But who else was there? It was nobody else. Celtics have been terrible. They've been awful, son. Without that championship in 2008, they're the Knicks, bro.
Yeah.
They've been awful, and like, and it's great that they won it. I was talking to my boss today. He's a Boston guy, and he loves Paul Pierce. But like, you talk to any Boston person, and they can keep saying Paul Pierce. It's like, who else did y'all have? Like, who else was there in the last 20 years? Nobody, man.
As good as Paul Pierce was too, outside of those KG and Ray years, I mean, they had some rough years. Paul was Dolo out there.
Yeah, those teams weren't good around him, man. So I don't think that was
Antoine Jameson. What was it? Walter McCarty?
Antoine Walker,
Antoine
Tony
Walker,
Tony
Batiste. They had the Tony committees, all the whack Tonys.
All the
whack Tonys.
These niggas was ass.
Walter. I hate Tommy Hudson. I love Walter.
They didn't have a lot of good players, bro.
They did it, and yet they somehow made the conference finals, though. So it was
just because Paul Pierce is really good. So like, they support him a lot, but they haven't been really any good players that they had. Like they drafted Fab Melo and shit like that. And,
oh my God, Fab Melo, Jesus Christ,
like a bunch of scrubs. And now Tatum is the next guy. So Tatum is the next hometown kid. They don't care about Jaylen Brown like that. I don't see them rallying down Jaylen Brown like that. He's not that good. But Tatum is the next superstar-ish player that they might have, and they're behind him. So we'll see what Celtics fans are made of when Jason Tatum starts to struggle. It's gonna happen.
Celtic fans right now are on the Patriots Red Sox high right now. So it's like they're used to their town winning. So it's just like, okay, the Celtics are gonna be because look at what we've done. Because look at what the Patriots and Red Sox did.
Can't say I blame them. Yeah, but
I can't. But it's just like they're not the same sport. Don't compare. Like outside of the one in 2008, your dynasty was a failure.
Yeah, for the last couple of years, for the last like 20-something years, they
won in 2008. You won in 2008, okay. Fair. You only won one. It was 20-something years before that. You haven't been close since, and the time you were close, Kobe beat you. So stop.
That's the thing with the NBA, though. It's like a lot of people. Of course, you clown the Knicks because they ain't won in 40 years, right? But if you look through the history of the NBA, only so many teams have won championships. Like half the league have no championships.
Yeah, it's not a lot of teams, bro.
It's like all Lakers, all Celtics. Then you had the Spurs,
the Bulls,
Lakers, the Sixers got a couple.
Houston
has two. Houston has two in Jordan era because Jordan decided to go play in the Triple A's and something like that. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
I can't even count Houston like that because it's like, I don't know, man. It's only like 8 or 9 teams that won championships.
Right.
It's not, and they all won the
expansion teams.
like, yeah, like win them in bunches, bro. It's like one team would win 3 out of 4.
Mhm.
Next team would win 2 out of 6 or 2 out of 5, whatever. And it's like you're not winning them. You know, there has been sustained excellence in the league in a long, long time, and never actually. I think in the '80s maybe you had Boston and LA going back and forth at it, but other than that, it's been a one-team league for the last 70 years, some shit like that. Like,
Yeah,
complaining about like the Warriors, I'm like, yo, this is regular. This is par for the course.
exactly.
This
Yeah,
stuff happens all the time. So like the Bulls did it, the Lakers did it, the Spurs were in and out. Like, there's not really parity in the league like that. Like the way people want to believe.
There was never really parity, but
bro.
It's because of people forget that as much as like basketball is like it's entertaining and we watch, there's still a business, and most businesses are like that. Like Apple's gonna stay on top because they're Apple, and Google is gonna be who it is because it's Google. You're gonna have to go through a lot of competitors. You're gonna have to much copy them in order to have their success. Otherwise, you're gonna stay on top for a long time.
and then you have certain teams that they like. I mean, all teams benefit from drafting well, but certain teams you have to, because that's the only way you're getting.
Right.
That's the only way Milwaukee's ever gonna get a Giannis. That's the only way. Because no one is ever gonna sign in Milwaukee. It's just it is what it is.
Like Cleveland and LeBron. No one is
the only like Dan Gilbert is as horrible an owner as Jim Dolan. He's just lucky that LeBron was born in Akron, Ohio. That's the only thing saving him.
Right.
This guy they drafted Anthony Bennett number one overall and still won a championship. I wish.
He drafted a bunch of scrubs. Dan Gilbert's terrible.
He's a terrible owner.
Drafted Colin Sexton, top 10. He's ass. Come on, man. Dan Gilbert's ass. He sent his son every year to the lottery, and the son coming with them big ass glasses and that stupid ass bow tie.
Every year. I'm like, yo, what's going on, man? What's going on?
The whole family ass. The only reason why they won is LeBron is the best player in the world, man.
That's the only reason.
That we're not talking about Cleveland.
They got to go right back into obscurity.
Bro, just like that.
It's over.
Just like that.
Back to Craig Elo days.
Yo, Mark Price is my man.
Mark Price was a dog.
Yeah, he's a dog. Yeah. I'm not even gonna hold you. Mark Price is a dog.
Brad Doherty was solid.
Brad Doherty, son. A bunch of scrubs, bro.
LeBron is literally the only thing that has given them anything.
Ricky Davis is, man.
Oh my god.
Ricky Davis. Ricky Davis
thought they drafted LeBron to help him score.
Ricky Davis.
Look at the delusion of a Cleveland basketball player, man. That's just sickening.
Confused.
Got number 1 overall to help me score. Like, no, you're out, bro. We're gonna trade you.
Didn't Ricky Davis do the missed shot to get a triple double?
I was just about to say that. I was just getting ready to say that.
Come on now.
He missed the shot on his own rim to try to get a triple double.
Ref was like, nah, you're a dub, bro. Nah.
And they took it away. They were like, nah, son.
We're not gonna give you that.
You know how annoying you gotta be to be that aware of a triple double on a trash team? Like,
yo, chill. Man. At 7 rebounds, bet I got you. He's fighting.
I wasn't completely mad at it because at that time I think that would have been his 3rd straight. So like, if I could get
triple
doubles.
I think he was going for because that probably would have been like his first triple double or something.
I think it was his 3rd straight. I think it was his 3rd straight. Bob Sora did something. Bob Sora did something similar. Same thing in Houston.
Yeah, I remember.
And it was like, no, nigga, you can't miss your own crap, nigga. Like, no, nigga, you can't do this. Like,
Andre Blatch did it too in Washington. Andre Blatch.
Do you hear the collective of people were gathering right now? Andre Blatch.
Andre Blatch, Bob Sora,
Ricky Davis, and Bob Sora. That's a big 3 champions squad right there. Let's run big 3 champions.
I see. Let me know. I'll get you contact with them cats, man.
Yo, someone get a hold of Marty Collins, my guy. Someone get me.
Oh my God, Marty Collins.
New York elite point guard, baby. What you talking about? Elite.
Marty Collins.
Marty Collins, the elite of the elite point guards, baby.
Even looking at like talking about like teams drafting and developing, like if you look at like nobody has like launched their career on the Knicks in like since like Jeremy Lin, and then that was promptly over.
Nobody,
Like
bro. Nobody.
Schreier is like a chance for somebody to like make their name with the Knicks, like not like bringing in somebody in free agency who's already established. Like
we haven't been good
like
either.
how the Nets, like Dinwiddie had his breakout in Brooklyn. Like Karis LeVert is breaking out in Brooklyn. Like we haven't. Jeremy Lin is the last for that to happen, and that was very short lived.
So I never forget when it ended.
It ended very abruptly too. Yo, the Heat was like, "We're not having it. You're going right."
LeBron set Mario Chalmers out and said, "Go get him."
He's like sticking. That nigga was on from the opening tip, bro.
He started dribbling like Bob Cousy with the one hand out, like backing him down from like your own free throw,
and the spin, the half spin backwards.
Lord, son. They figured him out so fast.
Yo,
that was it for him. That was it after that. Melo came back like 2 games after, and then we never heard from Lin again, son. Never heard from him again. It was like, all right, well, you're a Net now. You're a Laker. You're on the Rockets. You played for a bunch of teams.
You're a Hornet. You're a Net.
Yeah, you played for a bunch of teams after that, but like, yeah, Knicks haven't done well either. Like, I could say all shit about the Celtics. Knicks have been terrible too.
Oh, definitely.
We know
we've
that.
been ass. Super ass.
Definitely.
Just, yeah.
The thing about when you were talking about Rozier, the thing that scares me is that Stephen A was the one hyping the trade Kyrie thing. I remember watching First Take. He was like, the Celtics should explore trading. It was either Stephen A or Max, one of the two. But I know it came from
Stephen A.
But were they saying it for like when they were saying for like Anthony Davis? It's like okay,
yeah, but, I can see how that would work, but
I don't think at this point it was for Anthony Davis because it was in the playoffs that they were talking about it, and right, I remember Max was playing well. It was like Max was kind of like hyping it. He was like Terry Rozier and and Stephen A was like they should do it. And I'm like, look at you, hype beast! Like Terry Rozier have 2 good games out of 16 that they have to win the playoffs and trade Kyrie. Like, come on, son.
Stephen A, an entertainer, man. Sometimes they just gonna say things to invoke conversation or to entertain. Sometimes Stephen A be wilding, man.
Yeah, but the GMs of these guys, the GMs of the team, they listen to this because Stephen A is not only an entertainer, but he a reporter.
And even
a journalist, I should say, not a reporter. But
I feel like even organizations, they listen like when, let's say, a coach is struggling, right? And then you see all the media is like, well, it's like when are they gonna fire him? Fire him. Like it seems like organizations, they pay attention to that too. It's like even if you think maybe he should be fired, like sometimes it seems like the media plays a larger role in some of these decisions than it should. Like you shouldn't really care what the media is saying. Do you think he should be fired? Then fire him. If you don't, then don't. But the media plays a huge role in a lot of decisions. It seems like
they do.
Like the media is gonna play a role in all this that's going on with Carmelo right now. It's like to say, okay, he's gonna end up out of the league, or he's being blackballed. All this stuff. I feel like that's more so how people end up being blackballed. It's like if enough people say it, it becomes true.
Right.
Like, because for whatever there is to be said about Melo losing a step or which he obviously has. You don't really hear complaints about Melo being like a bad teammate. You don't hear his teammates saying, "Oh, he's cancerous to this locker room," or he's not like a problematic person.
They've been doing it. They've been doing it for a while, and I've had conversations about that, like what they were doing with T.O. when he was in Philly. Like they tried to make T.O. out to be this villainous guy. Like, bro, Donovan McNabb, you had your best year with who? Terrell Owens, nigga. Like, how dare you? How dare
And
you?
T.O. Jeb, T.O. was. And T.O., yeah, you know, T.O. wasn't always right in many a situation, but even with the whole Hall of Fame situation, that was not right. Because T.O. is obviously a Hall of Famer. Like,
he said, nah, he said, I don't want to go no more.
It's like
y'all been doing me dirty for this long, and now y'all want me to come and shuck and jive for the Hall of Fame. Suck my dick. Like, get out of here.
Yeah, I can't say I would have done it differently. I would probably done the same thing if I was in.
I would have done the same thing. Like, no, I'm not coming.
I have my own ceremony.
Right, and he did, and I'm happy he did in his hometown where he deserved it. Like, I didn't like guys like Shannon Sharp and everybody talk about honor the Hall of. Y'all didn't honor the Hall of Fame by honoring him on his merit. Like, no one has more yards, touchdowns total than him. He's the only player in NFL history to be an all-pro at receiver on 3 different teams. He's first ballot Hall of Famer. Like, hey, y'all turn down for what?
Players be caring about the shield too much, and I don't really know why. I don't get it. Because the shield don't care about them.
Clearly though. So yeah, they're gonna do this. They're gonna do the same thing with Melo, Steven.
Well, but what's gonna end up happening with Melo? Because I feel like right now he's in a place where if he's gonna end up on another roster, he has to like come with like his hat in his hand. Like it can't be no ego. It can't be no.
But he was doing that in Houston.
Yeah, I mean, he was.
He's just not a fit to play in Houston.
I thought he would fit because I like his game is very like it's not one dimensional, but they tried to make him just this chuck a 3 or bust type of thing, and
I think
that's not really him.
Houston tries to play up tempo. They play a little fast, and I don't think Melo is the kind of guy that's going to play up tempo at this point in his career. So he was in a weird spot with Houston, and
I think,
and then he was playing off the ball a lot. They kick into him at 3, and he's a good shooter, but like he's not a shooter. He's not like
he's more scorer than
not a knockdown 3-point shooter.
Put him on a block, put him at the spots, and he had that one or 2 good games.
But I don't understand why. Like I don't get why Melo didn't see this coming when he signed in Houston. Like there was too many. I get it, Chris Paul's your man's, but you know your history with Mike D'Antoni for one. You kind of have an idea of how they're gonna play. Like you know how you play. Granted, of course, I feel like more could have been done on Houston's part to put him in situations that benefit him. I don't think, but you should have known Mike D'Antoni's not gonna make no effort like that for you. Like, why would he do that? Like, I think he should have. Even though I think he went there because you're thinking, okay, I'm trying to win a championship. Houston's probably my best chance to try.
Right.
But I think ultimately, like maybe him going to Miami from the start of the season, which was an option, would have been like a better fit basketball wise. Maybe they would have been more facilitating to what he can bring at this point in his career. I don't know if that's still because that was an option.
No, not anymore.
And I understood. I understood him going to Houston because that would have been his best chance to compete for a championship. But it sucks that. Yeah, I mean, it sucks that. Well, we should have seen this coming from Mike D'Antoni. There's no way. Like,
yeah, we all played ourselves.
It just didn't make sense. Yeah. It didn't make sense. Mike ain't banging with Melo
at all.
I think Philly will be a good fit because of who they love.
He will fit, but he can't replace a Covington in that Melo's not going to guard because then Covington
got Jimmy Butler. So it's like you can match that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Melo.
What is Philly's 5 now? Like Philly is what? Embiid, Simmons, Butler. Then who do you?
I think they go with
Redick and
I think they go with JJ Fultz, Simmons, Butler, and Embiid.
Fultz is starting, yeah. I don't know, man. Folks,
What is I don't even understand. What is that? Like,
yeah,
is it an injury? Is it
His
mental?
ass should have stayed in college. That's what it is, my nigga. He should have.
But I've never seen this.
it might be nerve damage because there's no reason why his whole form should change. And he's like,
It
top,
makes no sense.
He pumped fake last night at the free throw
yeah,
line.
I've seen a video. Somebody posted a video of him shooting a month before the draft, like shooting jumpers, and it looked real fluid, real pure, and all that. It was just letting it fly. I couldn't tell you what's going on now, man. I don't know.
Because if it's not like if it's mental, then I mean that's something they would. I would hope. I would assume they are doing everything they can to fix. But if it's physical, like, what's the point in having him out there like doing that? Like, shouldn't you like try and fix that and then put him out there? Like, he's looking crazy. Like,
yeah, it has to be physical, man. It's nerve damage. It has to be.
And if there's nerve damage, then there's nothing you could do about it. But I've never seen somebody just completely like, I can't shoot the ball no more. Like, my whole form is just
destroyed. Like, he's shooting and he's like hitting the side of the backboard and like that.
God.
So when you pump fake at the free throw line,
yeah,
that's when it's like,
and it's not even voluntary pump fakes. Like, I've seen Chuck Hayes pump fake at the free throw line before, and I've seen Nick Young do it. I've seen all those people have like the hitch in their shot because it's kind of like being stupid. They kind of want to get people off. He's not doing it on purpose, bro. Like, his joint is really broken, bro. I'm like, yo,
he's like chest passing it to the rim.
Yeah, he's passing through. That's what he's doing, son. He's just throwing it and just hoping for the best. It's like, what is this, son? What is going on with Philly? What are they doing right now, man? Like,
I don't know. And if he can't correct that, like, that's just a big miss.
Why you keep putting him out there? You trying him out there?
I don't know. It's
trying to save face because it's the process, bro. It's the process, though. They trying to.
You gotta cut your losses. It's like you're out for the year. Go see a specialist.
Yeah, I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt and thinking like that they're coaching him up. They're conversing with him. They know what the issue is and they're working to correct it. But like, if it's a physical thing, I don't see the point in having him out there like shooting the ball like that. Like, I don't like that. Correct it.
He's shooting. I think he shooting coach. I'm looking at my last night and he parted ways to the shoot. So it's like, what are you like? What are you doing and what is Philly doing that makes you just like
terrible
like that? Like, that's like a 2K glitch. Like,
it's not an NBA jump shot. It doesn't look like it belongs in the NBA.
His ass should have stayed in college, my nigga.
He was good,
but
he was the best player in college, bro.
Bro, they won 9 games. Stop saying this. They won 9. You didn't even get an NIT.
But what does staying in college do for what his issue now is? Like, it's a physical thing.
He would have gotten used to training and his body would have been right. He came into the league and his body not ready, nigga. Trae Young.
What happened to his shoulder? Like, what?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's just an injury, no?
He probably got injured playing with grown ass niggas. And when you played in college, you're not really playing with grown ass niggas. You playing with niggas in your age group. Now you playing in the NBA, whether it's practice or summer league or whatever, wherever he injured it, you playing against grown niggas. Now they paying you. Like, it's no like, yeah, we gonna go to class. I'll see you in class, bro. Like, nah, nigga, I'm going home to my girlfriend or my wife and kid. Like,
right,
like, these are grown men. So you come into league at 18, 19, you not mentally ready yet for like 82 game season, the physicality. You ain't run 4 quarters, you ain't run 48 minutes. Now you coming into the league that young, you just getting money, and now you about to come into the league and play against grown men, and now you have to rush their shot. And I think Philly had something to do with it too, because
they rushed him. They rushed him back after that because he's supposed to fix that. He's supposed to see that in practice, like, because you know who you drafted, right? So like, let's just say during the 30 games in college, they had scouts at 7 or 8 of them. You know who's coming out. Like, okay, this is the kid that we want. We traded up for Boston to get that pick or whatever it is. So you know who you drafted. So when you come to camp and he ain't right. You got to be like, okay, there's something going on here that we haven't seen yet.
Right.
You got to get him right. So they saw enough, I guess, last year, and they was like, all right, well, go out and play. And then he looked terrible. I'm like, all right, well, it's cool. It's late in the season. I think he had a triple double last year.
His last
around
game,
his
the
last
last game of the season.
Yeah, I was like, all right, cool. I'm like, he might be ready. But then what happened during the summertime? So like, what the hell happened again? Like, why does he keep reverting back to this old Markelle Fultz that we saw, that was injured, and why they keep putting him out there? It's like, yo, just take the loss and like, hey, he's gonna sit for a while. He's not ready to play. That shoulder is destroyed. I mean, he has no confidence in it because he's not even trying. He's trying not to put too much strain on it.
Yep.
And you could tell, like anybody who's played any sport before in their life, you don't got to be a doctor. You don't got to be no expert. You can tell when somebody's not putting no strain on their shoulder or their leg or their knee or whatever it is. It's like, yo, he's throwing the ball at the rim, son.
Well,
and like Philly, what are y'all doing out there? So I'm like,
Jason was mentioning J Kidd. Like J Kidd couldn't shoot when he came in the league, but it wasn't like a physical thing. That's my thing.
He just couldn't shoot for shit. Yeah,
that's the thing with Fultz. It seems like it's a physical thing, and I don't see what's the point in running him out there if he has a physical issue. Like correct it and then make him play. I don't see what's the benefit in having him out there making chest passes.
There's
at the
no
rim.
benefit, bro. There's no benefit. He adds nothing to that team. He has nothing to that team. Like they have their point guard or whatever. They have their shooters. They have guys that can defend. Fultz adds nothing to that basketball team. Yeah, like
you might as well throw Jared Bayless out there, bro. You might
as well. They're getting the same production out of him. I seen Fultz they kicked him out to Fultz on a 3-point shot on like the baseline or whatever, and he shot it and hit like I never thought that a shot like that was possible. He shot it from the same side of the rim and it hit the backboard on the same side from the side. I'm like, usually it hits the side of the backboard, it hits the rim.
Right.
It's like he shot it and then
it came back.
Know, man. It came back. It went and it turned to the backboard. It hit the side of it, like the front of the backboard. And I'm like, how do you hit that from the side of the
I'm telling you, he's taking shots and they don't look like NBA player shots. Like you can't.
Son, like, yo, come on, man. Like, yeah, I've seen little kids take shots like that. I'm like, all right, cool. Like, you just throwing it and then hope for the best.
Right.
And when he makes one, you seen that clip of them clapping when he was making free throws? That's not an NBA thing. You cannot do that.
First overall pick.
Oh,
I don't.
Yo, if anybody clapped if I made a free throw before, I never heard basketball again. So I never. You were doing that. I'm not ass. So I'm like, don't violate me. I can play basketball, bro. Like I can make free throws. I'm about 70% the line. If you clap when I made a free throw, I'm gonna punch you in your face. Like, yo, bro, get out of my face.
That's the church league treatment, bro. I'm telling you, dog. The little kid,
like when the guy with the thick glasses on the end of the bench comes in, and they get him to the line somehow. Right. And he cranks it up from his knees, like, and it goes in. Like, don't treat me like that guy.
Make a wish, bro. I'll call them.
Make a wish. He's a make a wish player, bro.
He's like, you put the pads on with like the 49ers play. You put the pads on him, and you hand him the ball off, and he runs 70 yards, and everybody fake tackles him. That's the kid, so like. That's
or they missed it, or you act like he missed the tackle, like he joked him.
Yeah, like oh, and then like he's
and they just jumping after him, like he's running at like -2 miles per hour, like yo, don't get this kid out of here.
Yeah, like that's the Make-A-Wish kid, bro. Like, and then it's like, yo, if he's not right, all you're doing is embarrassing him, man. And you taking confidence away from it. If you're just like, yo, you're hurt, stay out for the year, and then you have a 15-year career to look forward to. He's 19 years old, 20 years old. Like,
well, see, Brad is saying that he doesn't think it's physical, but I would.
Then what is it?
No, that's my thing. I'm like, is it if it's a mental thing? Okay, I understand why he probably has to play through it, but it looks physical.
It's physical, bro. It's physical. That shoulder's not right, bro.
It could be
because, like you said, it doesn't look voluntary. Like it's like he's gonna attempt, and then it'll give out on him, and
from shoulder snaps and boom.
They call it the yips, and it's. No, that's what it is.
The putting yips. He got the putting yips.
He got the yips, and it's a mental thing. Like baseball players have had it, so it's like it's not all physical, but it's like
I've never seen something like that in the NBA.
Philly tried to see the face. What you said?
I've never seen something like that on like an NBA level. Like,
right.
You might struggle. Maybe you have times, let's say a player, he just in his head and he's struggling at the line, just missing free throws. But I've never seen somebody just struggle to do the motion of shooting a basketball all off their mind.
Yeah.
And you're in the NBA. That's crazy.
Yeah. Number one pick, bro, for a team that's going to contend for a championship. You got this thing out there looking crazy. He's not right, man. He's not right.
So this is what the yips is. It's the loss of fine motor skills in athlete. The condition occurs suddenly and without apparent explanation, usually immature athletes with years of experience. It's poorly understood and has no known treatment or therapy. So for him to be so young and have it, it's crazy.
Yeah, it makes sense. That definition makes sense, but still, it's just still hard to believe.
Especially because they're like, it seems like they've kind of like reconstructed his jumper around what his ailment seems to be. That's why I assumed it was physical, because it seemed like they're coaching him into shooting the ball differently based on whatever his shoulder now is. So that's why I would assume it was a physical thing, and now they're just trying to work around it.
Because he always had a weird release anyway, but it was effective at least. You could always say, okay, he was a scorer, it was a wheeler release, but like people shoot differently, so I have no problem with that.
Right.
Yeah.
But now it's completely just deconstructed, and it feels weird for me because the way that Philly has handled injuries these last few years as well. Like Embiid got hurt, Okafor got hurt, got hurt, and it's like
Nerlens Noel got hurt. Like,
yeah, if folks played for the Heat or the Knicks or the Suns, I would have like, okay, well, you know, whatever, cool. He's just not right. But Philly, it just seems like they have no idea what they're doing. Like they have the Giants training staff. That's what it feels like. Like Jack Johnson, that old nigga. That's what it feels like. It's like you guys have had so many issues these last like 6 years. Every pick has gotten hurt at one point, and it just feels like, okay, well, here's the next guy. Here's Fultz now.
Right.
Here he is.
But what's un-Philly like about it is they had no problem sitting Embiid until he was ready. They had no problem putting him on the OD minutes restrictions. If it's like a physical thing, why would they now have an issue? It probably is mental, because it seems like, because the way they operate, they haven't had issues like just letting somebody sit out if they are hurt.
They trying to save face because it's like you said, he's the number 1 overall pick, and this is like
this makes it worse.
Why
put him out there?
This is like their 4th or 5th.
And that looks horrible. It's like you picked this broken nigga to play.
Right.
You could have had Jason Tatum, who's like exactly what you need.
Could have had anybody. So it's like they trying to save face. So it's like, all right, nigga, you not that hurt. Play. And it's like, no, nigga, he's hurt.
Figure it out, bro.
Figure it out. And it's like, no. That's why I didn't understand. That's why I can't understand this dumbass trust the process thing, because you didn't have a process. No one plans for every single lottery pick you draft to get hurt. No one plans. No one plans for that. What process is that? You didn't tank on purpose. Lottery pick got hurt every year. That's not a process.
Sam Hinkie, Tanya Hardin, Embiid. He came through with the hammer. Just say
came through with the club.
Right, like that's not a process. That's you. Your training staff sucks. Like every player gets hurt, like every single one, and you're gonna can't trust the process and have dumbass Sixer fans coming on Twitter talking about follow the Philly model. Like no, nigga, I don't want every lottery pick I have to get hurt. Come on, son, out my face.
Trust the process.
That's what it is. Like that's what it is. They trying to save face, so they trying to, like Josue said, just play through it. And it's like I can't play through it, nigga. I'm 19, nigga. Like I don't know what I'm doing.
I'm 19.
I'm 19. I don't know what I'm doing. Like you know.
I don't know, man.
I hope he gets right, because I was a fan of him a little bit. Like I watched him a few games.
He was
nice. He's a hoop.
It's just like I never thought he was the number 1 overall pick, because
that's fair.
You won 9 games in the Pac-12, bro. Like,
that should have been something like
in the Pac-12. If it had been like the ACC where it's like loaded, okay, I got you. But like the Pac-12, nigga, all they got is UCLA and Cal, nigga. Like maybe Oregon.
Cal barely plays basketball too. They're not that nice.
Right. So it's like, come on, son. You can't win more than 9 games
against Stanford, bro.
Against Stanford, like, come on, son.
He's playing
nice,
Stanford.
But not that great.
You can't get that one win out of them niggas. Come on now.
Right. Come on, son.
I guess the Lopez twins.
Right.
They play Yu-Gi-Oh cards and you can't beat them.
You can't beat these niggas, man. Come on, son.
Oh, they showing the Draymond play right now.
Are they? He's wild, son. Let me put this on. He's wild, son.
He's wild. He dribbled into like 4 people, son. Like,
I've always wondered why people do that. Like, you see them helping on one side, dribble the other way. Why are you dribbling into traffic? And you're not a ball handler. Like, he's
just know your life. Like, this is not your life.
He's a good ball handler, but like at the end of the day, you're not like LeBron. Like, you're not gonna draw it to the teeth of the defense and kick it to somebody. You're not that guy. So when he did that,
you're not. Give it to somebody who can handle the ball to score in that position. It ain't you,
right?
It's not you, yeah. And
creator.
Everybody knew that he was gonna pass the ball, which is the problem. So if KD runs down,
right,
it's like, all right, he got to either put a shot up or pass it. So you got to play in both ways. Everybody knew Draymond was looking for the pass, so they was like, okay, we're gonna stay low, keep your hands low, wait till it leaves his hands, and then this nigga let it go. He falls on the floor. You're like a loser, son. Like, what are you doing, son?
And that's how you lose to the Clippers.
Yeah, KD's like, yo, what are you doing, son? And they look at him like, yo, bro. And the team called him, like, yo, you should have passed the ball, son. And that's when he got tight. Like, nah, he's not even staying here for free agency. Like, what that got to do with anything? You look at that when he start getting joked on.
So what does that have to do with this game, bro?
He's not even staying here. Hey,
He's not even staying here. He gonna leave us. What you mean?
You better pay me. Like, you better pay me.
I know, right? That's what he's saying.
Pay me.
I'm the real warrior.
Like, yo, what does that have to do with you turning the ball over in a crucial game, bro? Like, come on, man.
Looks so bad, and he looks so bad. It's like at that moment, you know you fucked up. Like, he's on the floor, diving for the ball. Like, come on, son. Come on, bro.
At that point, you got to look at yourself and be like, oh, you know what? You're right, bro. My bad. And then come off overtime and then play ball. But he was like, he tripled down, bro. He kept on arguing. It's like, yo, you messed up, son. It's not a big deal. It happens.
Right, it's the Clippers. Like, we don't care.
Just say my bad. Just say my bad. It's not like it's 1 out of 82.
Yeah, hand on the chest and then give him a dap. My bad, bro. You got it. You're cool. Like,
no contrition. He ain't apologizing for nothing.
Nah, I did the right play. Like, yo, you did it, man. He never gonna be here. Like,
at the same time, saying, like, come on, son. What that got to do with anything? For real.
Saying, like, yo, imagine that, son.
What? Hey, nigga, you asked me to come. Like, I wasn't even considering.
Right.
You asked me to go. You asked me to come, nigga. Like, come on, son.
And like, wasn't he trying to get the ball to Clay? Like, Clay could leave too.
Right.
So, like, what do you want?
Like,
they were practicing for life when they leave. Like,
yeah, like
Draymond and Clay gonna go to Phoenix and turn up. Like,
oh my goodness, man.
Yo.
Oh, Draymond, what are you doing? What are you thinking, man?
Sick.
Draymond is a special guy, brother.
It makes it worse because I can never unsee it now. When someone said on Twitter or something like that Draymond shoots like he wearing a backpack.
Like a backpack, yeah.
Like, you pulling up in transition,
like
and
you pull up, you walk up to the court like, yo, let me get a shot. Let me get a shot real quick. And you got your bag on still.
Yo, swing that.
Right.
I never heard that before. He's shooting with a backpack on.
Let me see that real quick. And it's not like he driving and he about to pull up in transition for a mid-range. He has to be stationary with the backpack on.
Crank it up.
Crank it up, like with the pins, with the ACGs on and the hat. Like, he gotta have all the gear on, like the bubble jacket, like the North Face snorkel. Like, let me get a shot real quick, young blood. Like,
niggas will graduate and still be at the court like, yo, let me see that.
Let me see that.
It's all palms. That joint is all palms too. Like, no fingertip. Just like.
And And then let me get one more.
Draymond.
He the type. Let me get one more. Let me see that again.
After he threw it off the side of the backboard the first time. It's like it's not gonna get better, bro.
It's gonna be the same result, no matter what you do.
Take the backpack off. Just take the bag off.
Take the bag off.
Take your merm off, son.
They got a merm.
He out here in a merm. With the backpack on.
Get comfortable when you shooting, bro. He just shoots like permanently. You gotta coat him that all the time, and I cannot unsee it because it looks like it. Like,
oh man, I never heard that until today. That's too funny. That it 100% looks like that.
I didn't want to laugh when I saw it. I was like, it's true though, man. That's my nigga, but like,
that's my man's. But damn, Draymond, damn.
Oh, bad restrictive.
Right, like, bro, relax. Like,
it's real robotic. Like,
breathe.
Breathe.
Take a breath, bro. Take a breath.
I called Draymond like 2 years ago. I called him the best shooter when you up 20. That nigga will hit the shit out the jump shot when you up 25 points. And he started celebrating. And I'm like, oh, you already won the game. The game's been decided.
He got that front runner jumper.
Yeah, front runner jump shot, man. Like,
I don't know. Game 7 versus Cleveland. When LeBron came back and won it, them niggas let Draymond down big time because Draymond gave it the fuck up that game, nigga.
Oh, yeah, I mean, even the dead clock was right twice a day.
I'm just saying. But that's what gives him the license to do shit like that. Like,
you like, I showed up Game 7, so
right, I showed up in Game 7.
95 feet.
Right.
That's how they should have known they was going to lose.
Right.
Draymond was going crazy. It was like, damn, we about to lose.
Like,
Draymond carrying us? Oh, it's over.
Yeah, when Draymond started hitting jump shots, it's over. Like, all right, well, we got 4 niggas hitting jump shots now. But like that's why, well, as Rose saying, that's why he feels like he can do that. So he's like, all right, well, bet. I did it before, I could do it again. And
right.
Next to you, bro.
And he did it in a big game, like the game.
Yeah.
I'm still mad at that game. They let Draymond down so bad. Draymond damn near had a triple-double, son. Like, come on, y'all. Like, y'all let Draymond outshoot Clay and Steph. Like, come on, son.
Yeah.
Was that the same year he was kicking people in the nuts?
Yeah, same year.
He let himself down. He should have been kicking people in the nuts.
In nuts, man. He was kicking mad dicks.
Nuts. I'm pretty sure they would have won if he ain't do that.
I'm pretty sure
they definitely won
if LeBron ain't come to the podium and say I have a family.
Suspend him.
Suspend him. Like, come on, son.
Snitch.
I'm not a LeBron hater, but I don't like a lot of shit that he do, but I'm never forgiving LeBron for that. This nigga cried to the podium talking about I got a family, like I got a wife and kid, you know, I got this at home. You know, you can't be calling me nothing like that. Like, what?
Are you serious, bro?
Come on, son. Like, come on, bro. This nigga really cried and said I had a family. Like, bro, you stepped over Draymond. Like, what do you want? Like, what do you want? What do you want? You voluntarily stepped over Draymond. The play had nothing to do with the two of y'all niggas. Like, you dragged him down and you stepped over him.
Yeah, don't step over me, bro. I don't understand why NBA players think that's okay. Do not step over me, man. Like that's not funny.
That's violation.
Whoop your ass. Like I have to beat your ass now because you try to violate.
Right. And again, it's like Draymond. What did you think was gonna happen, LeBron? I'm gonna call you a bitch, and you deserved it. You deserved it. You deserved it. The play had nothing to do with you. You had a whole left side of the court. You decide to walk over me, nigga. Like,
I gotta violate you now. I gotta violate you. I have to.
I gotta violate. And then what makes me more mad is that the play was handled on the court. They gave Draymond the tech. LeBron shot the tech, missed the free throw, of course. And they assessed it on the court. And then he came to the podium like, I got a wife and kids, man. I got 3 kids, bro. You can't be calling me stuff like that. And the commissioner was like, what did he say? He touched me inappropriately. Suspended. Like, game 5, like,
yeah.
Oh, son, I don't respect you for that. Asterisk next to his 3rd ring.
Rather snitch, bro. Rather snitch.
Snitch, nigga. Like, come on, son. Like, you of all niggas, the nigga be the first to flex and do all this other shit, but he call you a name, and now you go to the principal. Fuck you, nigga. Fuck you. He went to the principal and told, like, he tattled on me. He called me a name. Like, come on, bro. Really? Really? Come on, son. But yeah, Draymond, wow for that. I just like we was talking about earlier. I just don't know why like you have to suspend him and then without pay. Like it's the Clippers, bro. It's not that serious.
Yeah, I'm still confused at the suspension. I don't get that one, but I don't know. I don't know if there's more to find out.
You got to take a side here. The Warriors have made it very clear that they want KD to stay in town. Honestly, if you let that go unpunished, he's gonna feel like, well, I don't have nobody backing me here. So the whole time they were like, yo, guys, chill, let's come together. But the front office knew it was like, nah, if we have to choose one, it's gonna be KD. You don't let a top 2 or 3 player to go for a nigga that's gonna kick niggas in the dicks and only score 8 points. You know what I mean? So it was like,
and I get it because that kind of crap probably resonates with KD. You know how his
I think he kind of values that kind of stuff. Even if he doesn't stay, I think them kind of making this decision kind of helps him a little bit, or helps that
love me
around.
So how you feel about your man's Odell got loose last night finally?
It's about time, man. It's about time. He's playing against a bad 49ers team. I'm mad that we won, but like
I know, right?
Yo, I haven't seen these niggas happy after a game in years, bro. So they look excited. I'm like, that's good for them, man. They can go home to their families and have a nice glass of wine and go to sleep and all that. It's going to be miserable all the time. Like,
you know, the funny thing about, like, I hear commentators and I hear analysts think they know what they're talking about, and they have a sheet of paper and they think, okay, I know this number and that number, and then like you watch the game and it's like, if you really watch the Giants, outside of maybe one game they got their ass beat, I think it was like, if a play go here or there, nigga,
yeah,
they like the same position as the Redskins or at least the Giants. I mean,
Cowboys. Every game's been close. Every game's been close, except for I think they played Philly. I think Philly beat us by like 15 or whatever it was, or whoever they played. Like every game has been close. Like
and I remember I'm at a wedding. I was at the wedding in Atlanta, and I look at my phone. I'm like, okay, Eli threw the game-winning touchdown. I was like, yes. And then I look at my phone, maybe like 30 seconds later, this the 63-yard field goal to beat up like the Giants. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what it took for the Giants to lose.
They're not like, in my mind, they're not 2-7 bad, but I mean that's what bad teams do though. They lose these close games.
Right.
That's just what happens.
And it goes back to what Joe Sway was saying about like the draft picks being wrong for so many years. It's like
it's too bad. Like it's really bad. Like you can't win in the NFL having that bad of a draft history for so many years in a row.
Like,
if you want to look at the reason why that is bad, Jerry Reese. That's it, man.
And then the funny thing is you can tell because it's like that across the league. Like look at Oakland. Like look how many players the Raiders drafted simply because they were fast. And now look at them now. Like
all niggas that run 4-3s and up, man.
Right, 4-3 up, and
nobody can block, nobody can run routes, nothing. It's just a bunch of 4-3 guys.
Remember Darius Haywood, man, couldn't catch a cold. My nigga had more hands, more names than hands. He couldn't catch a cold, but he was a 4-2-4 guy. Like he could run fast.
They gonna get behind everybody and then drop the ball. Like, you stink, man. Yo, you stink.
But that's what happens. Like when you get so many picks wrong, it's like you have no depth and you have no turnaround. So it's like I'm watching. I felt good because Eli he had his vintage fourth quarter comeback. He made right reads, and Odell finally got loose for a couple of scores. It helped my fantasy team a lot.
But, this nigga, that's why I'm happy about it. I don't know. Like the things with the Giants and the things with Eli, I still like Eli. I like that he had his story last night. If they decided next week to never let him play again, I'm like, okay, well, he got his last game in. It was a good win against a bad 49ers team. Let him go out somewhat on top. It was like, well, you know what I mean? He was playing with a bad offensive line, and he's been horrible, but he had a good game. So it was like storybook ending kind of for him. You know what I mean? But I know what's going to happen. They're going to put him out there next week against who we play next week?
Tampa.
Whoever it is, Tampa, and he's going to be ass. And we're going to be like, oh, Eli got to go again. It's going to be that whole shit again.
I don't like scapegoat sports. And I feel like when we talk about like the media and shit, like we have to blame someone or give someone credit, and it's always one person. It's like it's a team sport until the final result is over. Then it's like, okay,
well, there it is. That nigga was ass. Yeah,
right. Like, it's like, how is it a team game? And then you look at the final result and he lost it, like, or he won it. Like, you're contradicting yourself. Like,
yeah. I mean, and it's just been a bad team. We've just been a bad team.
Bad team, right?
It's not a whole team.
That's right.
And having Eli out there, like gun shy and all that stuff, it doesn't help. But all around, we've just been bad. We can't cover tight ends. Right. We have no linebackers. Right. We have no pass rush. We have one corner. We have bad safeties. We have a good running back. We have there's a bunch of holes on this team, and it sucks, man. We've been bad for a long time. We're gonna be bad for the next 5 years.
Has our last good linebacker been Antonio Pierce?
Yes, I keep saying that. It's been Antonio Pierce, bro.
Our last good linebacker was Antonio Pierce, bro. Like
a bunch of other decent guys. Michael Boley was here for a minute. Kiwanuka played linebacker for a little while.
Oh, I miss Kiwanuka.
What's his name? Nigga from Carolina. John Beeson was okay here for a little bit.
But he was always injury prone. That's why
he was always hurt. But like our last good linebacker, like New York Giants, was Antonio Pierce, and that was 2008, 2007.
2007.
Come on, son. Come on. How you go 10 years without our linebacker, man?
Was he on the team? Because I'm trying to think about our second Super Bowl team. Was he on the team?
Nah.
It was just a
bunch of bad linebackers. It was we had a bunch of guys from the street. We had I think Michael Boley on that team.
Right.
That white dude, Chase Blackburn.
He was good. He was good. He was good for us. 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 What we needed. I'm not saying he was a good player, but like what we needed him to do, he was okay. Like
there was
just enough.
Huh?
He did just enough where it was like okay.
But I would like to have
a good linebacker. Right.
Linebacker. We had Kawaka Mitchell, Kawika Mitchell, whatever his name was.
Right. I know what you're talking about.
There's a bunch of scrubs, man. Bunch of scrubs. And I don't know how we won that second one. I'll take it, but we were ass. We were very ass deep. I think we were like 25th ranked defense. It was all Eli and the offense that year.
And that's why I don't like when nigga talk shit about the nigga. Because if you really look at that team, my nigga, we had no business. We had no business. We had
a good pass rush, but everything else on defense was bad. We had bad corners. We had bad linebackers, but we had Pierre Paul and OC and I think
Tuck.
And Tuck. Yeah.
OC. No. OC left. It was
OC left.
Yeah, it was Tuck because I remember the only two guys from the previous one was Tuck and Eli.
Yeah, Tuck was playing linebacker at a point. I'm like, yeah, this is pathetic. So like he's standing up playing middle linebacker. Like, this is garbage, bro.
Right. Get Eli out here clapping Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay, getting naked on Atlanta, and took a beating in San Francisco, and this is like, yeah, nigga, I'm here, nigga, what's up?
And then won a Super Bowl. I mean,
come on, son.
Eli back, but he's not the same player. And
he's
they didn't do
he's
not by not having an offensive line around him. And yeah, I don't know. Everybody was to blame. Reese was to blame. Coughlin was to blame for enabling a bunch of garbage.
I think Coughlin was more his hands were tired though. Because I think he was coaching for his job, bro.
Now, even before that whole Odell like debacle,
I'm not even talking about that. I'm just saying I think his hands were kind of, because I think he kind of knew they were gonna get rid of me if we don't win. So even before the Odell thing, it was like it was a while since they made the playoffs since the Super Bowl. Like if they don't win, or at least get into the playoffs, I gotta get rid of you. So it's like his hands was tied and like I gotta win games, but I can't allow fuck shit to happen. So it was like,
yeah.
you know what I mean?
They just built that roster poorly. Him and Jerry Reese just built it poorly, and it shows, man. Even now, like
tight end. It was always a revolving door at tight end.
Always. We had
Ballard, Kevin Boss.
We had Bennett though. We had Bennett.
Yeah, but they didn't keep him. They just don't prioritize paying the position or something. I don't know.
Tight ends and linebackers they don't care about.
Yeah, I don't get it, but
yeah, that was Jerry Reese.
You look at how many years Jason Witten was in Dallas. Like it's a good security blanket if you have a good one.
Right. Old slow ass Jason Witten, who's always
getting.
He's killing us too.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Always open on 3rd and 6. Like
getting open against those trash linebackers that you got.
Right.
Just can't cover.
Where I think this guy Bell is gonna go.
I don't know. I hope he gets paid.
It's gonna be Philly, man. Watch. It's gonna be the Eagles
think
next
so?
year. Yeah, it has to be. That's the only option for him.
I feel like Bell would be the type to go to the Ravens or the Browns just to be petty.
Nah, I think he wants to win, and he's not winning. And Ravens would be a good place though for him. Ravens would be a good spot. I think they're gonna move with Lamar Jackson next year. I think Flacco's on his way out.
Yeah.
So I think Lamar Jackson is gonna need that kind of security blanket running back. 400 touches a year. Play action kind of back kind of things to do. So I say Ravens, Eagles, not the Browns. Browns stink. They have no coach. They have no coach now like that. Not Minnesota. Someone's gonna pay him.
Don't rule it out. Don't rule it out.
I wouldn't doubt it, but I think they're happy with their backs.
Maybe Green Bay.
Green Bay's not gonna have a quarterback next year. I mean, they're not gonna have a coach next year. So I don't know if their next coach and GM prioritize their running back position. Yeah, because they haven't the last few years either. We give Detroit all this flack about not having running backs. Green Bay has been very bad at having running backs.
They had a receiver at running back.
Yeah, the nigga playing number 88, taking snaps in the backfield. You kidding me? It's a joke, son. Like,
so the Patriots are doing that too. What's his name?
They got Cordell Patterson taking snaps.
Yeah, Cordell Patterson. Well, he can't catch, so might as well.
Yeah, might as well just give him the ball early. Yeah,
just give him the ball in the backfield and run fast, bro.
Yeah, really fast. Yeah. Some people don't care about certain positions. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Green Bay and Detroit don't care about running backs. Don't give a shit. Like, we have a good quarterback. We have a good offensive coordinator. We're gonna throw the ball 60 times a game, and hopefully you guys can catch because that's all we're doing. So I see maybe Minnesota if they're not comfortable with Dalvin Cook and Murray, they're not great. They're just okay. So maybe Minnesota, Philly, Baltimore. Yeah, that's it, man. Everybody else is okay with running backs. All the good teams are okay with running backs.
And the Giants.
Yeah, and the Giants. Yeah, the Giants are okay, but we're just not good. All the good teams have good running backs right at this point, except for those three that we named. Because Philly lost Ajayi for the year. Ravens have a bunch of Costco employees playing running back. I don't know any of their names, bro.
I have no idea.
Alex Collins is one of them, but come on, son. He's a turkey ball guy, man. He's you nigga that you gonna see at your local park.
Right, we gonna see him on next
Thursday.
We're
gonna see him on Thursday. Alex Collins taking running back for the green team. Yeah, they have a bunch of guys like that, so they might take a shot at him if they want like a stud at running back since they're not paying receivers either. I feel like Ravens have a bunch of money that they're not spending, but they don't have any receivers or running backs. Like, what are y'all doing out there? Who are you paying, son? Who has all this money? Where's all this money going to? Flacco, yeah, Flacco, son. They paid Flacco $200 million and then gave him nothing to work with. So
Flacco and still Ray Lewis, they still paying Ray Lewis.
They're still paying him for that deer antler spray that he. that he was using. All right.
TRM spray.
So it's on roids, B. Nigga cheated, son. We let it happen, man. We cheered for him, son. This nigga was cheating, son. And he would cheat, and then he would preach in the in the huddle, and we were like, hey, he's right, man. He's right.
That's how it goes, nigga. That's how pastors do what they did.
I would never forget this guy said. My man said I would never kneel for the anthem. I took a kneel for prayer.
The nigga said, and
he bamboozled them.
And I quote, one knee is for the flag, two knees is for Jesus. That's what he said.
My man said I took a knee for prayer.
One knee is for the flag, two is for Jesus. Like,
they should have known better than to trust Ray Lewis ass, man. Where's the white suit, Ray? Where's the white suit?
Where's the white suit, Ray? Where's the white suit at, man?
He got some nerve, man. Yo, I laughed so hard when they put the pressure on him, and my man said, nah, that was for prayer, my brother. I would never do such a thing. I couldn't believe it.
Ray Lewis is the greatest linebacker of all time, at least middle linebacker of all time, nigga. But he's a wild man, nigga.
He's a wild guy, son. He's such a
wild guy.
Who is this person?
It's the feds, bro.
Do y'all read this?
This is
violent.
Sir Blumpkin? What?
Like what? I think that's my time.
Yeah, we gotta be out of here, man. These niggas wild. These niggas solid.
I think that's my time.
What? Appreciate for whoever came out.
Whatever that Babylonian business is right there.
All right,
appreciate all of y'all.
Babylon is falling.
Appreciate all of y'all.
Yeah. Thanks for coming out to Precocious Neophytes.
Yeah. It's time for us to go. We're preserving our life right now. All right, yo.